Hey there, this is Seth Warris from Channel 9 coming to you from the beautiful city of Antwerp in Belgium for Techorama 2017. These are the founders of Techorama, and I have been to 3 out of the 4. Did you know that?
I think so.
I
missed
have
the
been-
first one.
I
You missed the
missed
first
the
one.
first one, but I have come to every one since,
Yeah.
and it is an absolutely wonderful conference.
Thank
How
you.
did you guys come up with this?
Who takes this one?
Go ahead.
I'll
Gill.
take this one.
It's a short story.
By the way, you
It's
gotta
a short
tell us
story
your
about-
names. Tell us your names. I didn't
Okay.
get it. So Gill
I'm Gill. Yeah. Yeah.
Pieter.
and Kevin. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead, Gill.
So, well, there was a very successful conference in Belgium before we started Techorama, which was Tech Days.
Of course.
And so that was organized by Microsoft themselves, and they stopped organizing it in 2013. And basically, there was a huge void for developers as well as IT professionals in Belgium. And so we were already doing a user group. We were doing a smaller community conference in Belgium. And so Microsoft stopped organizing it, and we said, why don't we jump in and we fill that void? And initially, so the first 3 years, we only did it for developers. And then this year, actually almost a week after the 2016 edition, we came up with the idea, why don't we go bigger and also get the IT pros, the SharePoint, the SQL professionals also on board, which is what we're doing now, and that's why we're here today.
Yeah, and one of the cool things is that the numbers have been steadily going up. Why don't you tell us about your first because I don't know, like if I was putting on a conference, I'd be like, okay, I know my mom is going to show up, but who else might come? So tell us about that first time when people started showing up. What was that like for you, Peter?
Yeah, the first year was a bit of a guess. We didn't know what to expect exactly, but yeah, we managed to get 400 people.
Which is a good amount for the first event.
And actually, that was also our goal because we were sold out already
Yeah.
a month before the conference started.
Before the first one.
Yeah.
Before the first one, yeah.
So
Dang.
we already had we had a small network where we could promote our conference, so that was really a good start. And the feedback after the first conference was really good. So we told ourselves, let's continue with that, because the first year was also some calculated risk. We wanted to start something, but we didn't know where to end. So the second year we targeted about 800
yeah.
people. Yeah, and again, good feedback. New speakers who also wanted to come to Belgium to deliver some
Which
new
was my
sessions.
first one. This is
Yeah,
Mechelen,
yeah,
right?
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Sinopolis there.
So 400, 800 last year was in Metropolis, and we had a hard limit, so we could only host about 1,000 people. We were also sold out very quickly.
Wow.
And this year we made a big step. We moved to Antwerp. We also wanted to invite the IT professionals, and now we are 1,500 people. So
I mean, it feels like you're like doubling almost every year. I mean, like,
yeah. If you compare it now with the first edition, from 400 to 1,500, it's a big step.
It's amazing.
it's amazing.
But for sure, in the beginning we always wanted to be ambitious. We wanted to grow, but now it's getting
Yeah.
very high because we have a full-time job. It's
Like these dudes already have a full-time job and they're still putting this on. This year, Kevin, my boss came, Scott Guthrie. How did you arrange that?
Well, basically we asked him a few times before and didn't have time, but I think he knew that we were getting bigger and bigger. And thanks to Mike, which you
Mike always does stuff. If you don't know who Mike is.
did some magic, and at one point your boss.
Magic Mike.
Magic Mike, yeah.
Do you have a movie or something? Is there magic? Oh, put your shirt on, Mike.
Don't look on the internet for magic.
We were just kidding. It's a total. Don't go there. And so he decided to come to this event.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was that like, having him be here for the keynote?
Well, it was first. It was, is he really going to come? Because we asked it for a few times, and then at that point, when you have the email, Scott wants to do the keynote, because we were still looking for a keynote, and then at one point we said, okay, we need to go for that, and it was amazing because the day that we announced that Scott actually came, we also saw it in the ticket sell.
It was a huge bump in ticket sales.
That day,
Yeah,
so that was
yeah.
really good for us as well.
That's awesome. So why don't we get into the logistics of running this kind of event? Because I don't know if you know this, but they take care of everyone like in a really, like I go to a lot of conferences, I'm gonna be honest, and this is one of my favorites because of like the personal touch you have for everything. How do you actually organize and do all that?
Well, when we started it, we set ourselves a goal: make the conference an experience, not just another conference.
For sure.
And so
For all stakeholders.
and so we decided in year one. We got a lot of interest from partners, from companies who wanted to be here with a booth. And so that was our initial goal: make sure that the partners and the speakers have a good feeling when they leave the conference.
Right.
And the second year we invested a lot and the third year as well in the attendee experience. And last year we had, for example, a comedy club which we did some variety stuff around the venue. And and also the experience. We have the huge cinema screens for the attendees. The sound is good. So we try to focus every year on, at least the first 3 years, on one particular group. How can we improve the experience? And so that's what we do. We try to make it a personal conference where everyone feels like they're appreciated. We actually want to make, when you go home, we want to make sure that you feel that you've experienced something. Not that you've just learned something, but you've also feel that you've been taken care of, that you have good food, good conversations, places to sit, to talk with people.
It's like the Tomorrowland of the
Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, like, I mean, this is the first year that Channel 9 has actually live streamed some of the sessions, but I don't think you get the feeling of, because it's a literal movie screen. And I remember the first time I gave a talk here, probably 2-3 years ago, like my slides was on a movie screen, and I was just like, "This is unreal."
And these ones are even bigger than last year.
I know, so to me that was pretty fun. So tell us about the decision to have it in a movie theater. Why did you guys decide to do that?
I don't think that
It just happened.
Well, actually, the decision was because the community conference that we did before was also already in a cinema.
I see.
Only 3 rooms that we used, but it was already in a cinema. So that was a bit of our default. Yeah.
So what do you, for the future, we have like, I don't know, we have a couple minutes left. I want to talk about the future of Techorama. What do you want to do in the future? Because you always focus on like something new every year, it feels like. What's your focus moving forward?
We have something in the pipeline, but we cannot announce it yet.
Nice.
NDA.
Oh, nice. So for those that are watching, you have a whole year to get ready to come to Belgium, which is a beautiful country.
Yeah, but we decided that we like what we are doing. People appreciate what we are doing, so we need to continue. We need to do something extra
And improve even more, because every year we try to do something new. Yeah, this year was a difficult year, moving to a new venue and stuff. But next year we can fine tune and push a bit harder.
It feels like, because like sometimes I've gone to conferences that have moved to a new venue where it just felt like it wasn't thought out. Everyone here has space to move around. The area downstairs for partners is absolutely stunning. I have had way more carbs than I ever should have. Literally, the waffles. Like Golnaz right now is probably eating a waffle as we speak, and if she isn't, she wants to. Tell me about the partner experience, Kevin. How do you foster this partner experience? Because it's really beautiful downstairs.
Well, I think one of the things, because we want to make an experience. We need to make sure that partners want to come back, and we can only do this by building the best partner expo out there. And I think there's also a little bit of competition between the partners, because that's my booth. Oh damn, that's also a great booth. So now they're also hiring companies to even make the best booths out there. There's no really competition that we say. Okay, you have to have the nicest one, but there's, I think, a competition between the partners.
Which is great.
Yeah, for attendees, for partners, for us.
That's awesome. So, for those that want to get involved, either partners or people that want to speak or attendees, what advice do you have for them? Is there somewhere they could go or somewhere they could start to look for the future for any announcements you might have?
The website, the Twitter account, so techorama.be as the website and Techorama.be on Twitter. And I think we'll be announcing some things in the near future, let's say.
What does that mean? Are we talking like these are programmers? I'd be like, we'll have it done soon.
Yeah, soon.
Soon. 80% done.
We're about 80%.
It's about ready. It should go to production very soon.
It should go to production. It's been DevOps a little bit. Right?
Yeah. That's a DevOps guy. So
before we finish, because I want to get, what are some of your favorite experiences that you've had either in creating Techorama or being at Techorama. I want you to think, what are some of the funnest moments that you've had at Techorama?
Can I start?
Yes, Kevin.
I don't know, it's funny, but yesterday I arranged 2 buses at the hotel to get the speakers from the hotel to the venue.
Yes.
And at 7:30, they called me that there's no bus. So I called the bus company and said, oh yeah, he's in jail. Okay. So then I started calling other buses, but it was kind of funny afterwards, not at the moment itself.
Oh yeah, usually the things that are the funniest are not very funny the moment of. So the bus driver was in jail.
Yes.
Apparently.
Thankfully it wasn't me, right? Because I can imagine I would have. What about for you, Peter?
For me, I think it's the complete team experience. Okay, we are doing a lot of work together with all volunteers here, and getting up that early, staying up that late, but doing it together makes it more fun. And we have a great team of volunteers, so that's for me a big saver.
Fantastic, Gill.
It's hard to pick one moment, but this morning we were discussing our favorite moment of the whole event, and that's the morning of day 2.
Okay.
Because you know that day 1 hopefully went well.
Yes.
It did go fantastically.
There's no hopefully. It was fantastic.
And then on the start of day 2, you're actually more relaxed because you know everything is working, everyone is happy already, and then you can have like half an hour to have a good cup of coffee in the morning here in the venue. No one is here yet, and you can already see that people are starting to arrive, and that vibe that you're going to do it once more another day. That's actually our favorite moment.
I wish you guys, the only complaint I have is I wish this conference was like 20 days long.
Yeah, we're going to do that. That might be
that was our new.
We're just going to stay here all month. It's going to be so good. Because you have excellent speakers, world-class speakers from all over the world. The venue is beautiful. The partner expo is wonderful. And for us, for Channel 9, I was actually pretty excited because this is the first time we've ever live streamed Techorama. And so people around the world have been able to watch. So let me tell you something. Every show we do, and I don't know if you know this, we have these things. So we have these for Build, we have these for Ignite, and every show we have all the people that have come on sign the sign. So these are all the guests that came on my show at Techorama. And what we do is we always take this and we put it in our studio. Cool. So in our studio we have tons of these live shows. But we do 2 of them, and one of them we actually leave with you guys. So
thank you very much.
To keep. So thanks so much for letting us come. Cool. If you have not been to Techorama, you should really consider it. I may have heard a little bit about what you're planning. It's fantastic. I think, I may be wrong, but I heard from lots of places. You should definitely think about coming to Techorama. Techorama.be. Follow them on Twitter. Techorama.be. Is that right? And you too can also participate. We were hoping to give you a little bit of the experience. Clearly, you can't have the full experience unless you're here. So thanks so much for spending some time with us here in the beautiful city of Antwerp, Belgium, for Techorama 2017. Hopefully, we'll get to come next year and see you here too. Take care, my friends. We're signing off.
Bye.